Welcome back. Last season, Del Rapids St. Mary won a very competitive Class B in South Dakota, and this year should be just as exciting with a ton of teams that have enough to make a postseason push. So time to take our first peek at the Class B power rankings according to Mr. Jason Andera. Coming in at number 1 is Dakota Valley. 8 starters back from a 12-2 team that made it to state last year. That makes the Panthers the popular pick at number 1, but not far behind in the 2 spot is the defending champs from Del Rapids St. Mary. Number 3 is Bonham, who went 10-3 last year. Checking in at number 4, Lennox tries to make a charge coming off a 16-1 season a year ago. And at number 5, the best co-op name in the game, Platte Geddes, Dakota Christian, White Lake, Corsica, the Honkers. So let's hear from the defending champs from Dells on their outlook for the upcoming season.
Winning our league, our region, and as far as that would be probably one of our goals. The other one would be compete for a state title again. It's kind of the same goal we had last year, and once we get going here, we'll be a team that compete for a state championship again. We have a lot of guys back, and then we have some young guys that are pretty talented. So.
All right, Jason Andera back again to go through this list. So pretty simple, Jandy. The question everyone wants to know, how'd you come up with this order?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it is hard. But let's talk about Del Rapids first, even though they're the number 2 team. They should be really good once again. So much talent from last year's championship team. They do have to get Carter Gullickson all the way back. He's dealing with a slight arm injury right now, but a lot of arms, and Matt Galogli in the middle of that lineup is going to be a huge asset. Let's talk about Dakota Valley now. They actually have the most returning talent. 8 starters back of their 9. All of their top 5 pitchers from last year are back. They've got that goal that they've been working on since they started playing high school, which for some of them has been 5 years ago already. So These are really seasoned seniors. They're going to try to live up to some big expectations. Austin Carter, Tanner Hensley, Kyle Windhausen are really, really good pitchers at the front of this starting staff. The rest of this top 5, though, you got to talk about Bonham. They always bring great pitching to the party. This year, no exception. Christian Euchre, Bryce Shazinski, Tanner Van Driel, some really, really good pitchers. Lennox, another great team, and here's their coach, Drew Sweeter, on their expectations in Lennox.
Our team will not quit. If you've seen last year, I basically have all these boys back, and none of them will quit. They play a full 7-inning game, so hopefully we can keep that edge this season. Compete and get better every single day. Our goal this season is to win that game that we lost last year and make state.
So yeah, Lennox with just that one loss last year. They generate a lot of runs. Their pitching and defense does a good job. They should be a solid top 5 team. And at number 5, the Honkers. I think the expectations are super high between all of these communities, and they're going to be in the hunt once again, Kelly.
The Honkers are on the hunt. All right, Jandy. Well, any other teams that could maybe be surprises that aren't listed on the graphic?
Yeah, we have to talk about Winter Cologne, always a team that's there toward the end of the year. There's perennials like West Central that should be in the mix, and it's hard to talk about Class B without talking about St. Thomas more.
Yep.
Maybe not as talented as they've been in the past, but don't count them out. And also, I want to mention McCook Central. They've got a great player, pitcher in Kyle Tushin. He could just by himself get that team deep into the playoffs.
All right, great stuff. Thanks,
All right,
Jandy. Coming up after the break, we'll stray away from baseball for a little sports debate. Head to Head featuring David Brown and Tom Neiman right here in Sioux Falls is next on Midco Sports Tonight.
Midco Sports Tonight, presented by Avera Orthopedics.